Thank you for listening to this guided meditation from One Mind Dharma. To learn more about us, you can visit oneminddharma.com. Today we're going to do a practice in the third foundation of mindfulness. Mindfulness of mental states and just recognizing how the mind relates to experience that's arising and passing. So you can allow the eyes to close and settle into your meditation posture. Beginning to just check in with where you're at, recognizing what's going on with the mind, if it feels anxious or agitated, maybe calm and at ease, dull or energized. No right or wrong answer, just being true to where we're at in this moment. We can recognize where the body is at, sitting here in a period of meditation in this moment. Feeling the body resting in the chair or cushion, can feel the points of contact, can tune into the feet on the floor or tucked up underneath us. The hands in the lap or resting on the arms of a chair, perhaps. And of course, the breath in the body. The rising and falling, the expansion and contraction of the abdomen and chest. The slight movement in the shoulders. The air moving past the nostrils. And resting here with the breath for the first few minutes. You don't need to pick one spot, but with each inhalation and exhalation, tuning into the experience of the body breathing, the actual physical sensations we're having. Maybe you can get a sense of the breath in one point in the body or the overall experience of breathing. And just allowing the body to breathe itself like it does all day long. Not interfering, just observing. And we'll start by opening our awareness up to our 6 sense doors: hearing, seeing, feeling in the body, smelling and tasting, and of course, thinking. And you can rest with the experience of breathing as your anchor to your present time experience, while also being open to whatever arises. If a sound comes up, just recognizing that you're hearing. If a thought arises, recognizing thinking. Sensation in the body, feeling. And you can tune into the experience for a few moments, just observing, recognizing its presence and what that experience is like, and then reopening the awareness to see what else arises. Remembering you can always return to the breath for a few moments, just to re-anchor yourself and wait for something else to arise. When the mind wanders off into analyzing or fantasy land, you can simply note in your mind thinking and come back to the practice. Returning to this state of openness, of observing with some patience, receiving whatever arises into your experience. Tuning into the moment to moment comings and goings, asking yourself, what's going on in my experience in this moment? We can add in this piece of observing how the mind interacts with experience. And we'll do this through a simple practice of noticing which way we're mentally leaning. So when something arises, we'll use a sound as an example. You can notice that you're hearing and see if you can recognize what the mental reaction is. Maybe the mind leans toward it and wants to hear more of the sound. Maybe it leans away from it and wants to get rid of it. with a sensation in the body, we may kind of mentally lean away from it, want the pain or itch to be gone. Or maybe we lean toward it. It's something that we're curious about and we dive into. And with thoughts, the same. A thought may arise that we kind of lean toward. It hooks us in. And a thought may arise that we lean away from. It's an unpleasant thought. So continuing to just notice your moment-to-moment experience at the sense doors. And investigating if you can recognize what the mind's reaction is. Are you leaning toward it, leaning into it, or are you leaning away from it? There's no right or wrong answer. Observing your own experience to see this fluidity and interdependence of how the mind interacts. And for these last few minutes, you might investigate even dropping the mindfulness of the sense doors and just tuning into what the mind's reaction is to experience. Can you notice when it kind of gets knocked off balance and pulled toward or away from something? Remembering to do so with kindness. This isn't a practice to judge ourselves or beat ourselves up. Just observing how the mind is interacting with what's going on. Thank you for practicing with us. You can visit oneminddharma.com to learn more about us. You can reach me at matthew@oneminddharma.com and visit oneminddharma.com/join to learn about our Patreon benefits, including daily guided meditations, meditation collections and courses, and more.